Being too nice isn't a virtue. It's a silent trap, and Machiavelli warned about it 500 years ago. You've given, sacrificed, and tried to please everyone, but instead of gaining respect, you feel invisible, overlooked, or even taken for granted. Machiavelli believed it's better to be feared than loved, because love fades but respect lasts when people know you can't be pushed around. In this video, I reveal Machiavelli's ruthless laws that turn kindness into undeniable power, so people respect you instead of walking over you. If you've ever felt invisible despite your kindness, stay until the end. This could be the shift you've been waiting for. 1. The illusion of pure kindness. Have you ever wondered why the kinder you are, the more people seem to take you for granted? It might shock you to know this, but kindness without boundaries doesn't earn respect. It invites exploitation. Think about it. How many times have you bent over backward for someone, sacrificing your time and energy, only to be dismissed or treated like you don't matter? The hard truth is that the world doesn't automatically reward kindness. It rewards those who know how to guard their generosity with presence, strength, and clear boundaries. Take Keanu Reeves, for example. In an interview, he shared how he once believed that his kindness would naturally earn loyalty and appreciation. He was always the first to help, the one who forgave, the one who stayed quiet just to keep the peace. But when he truly needed support, no one was there. In his own words, "It felt like I was invisible. My kindness wasn't appreciated, it was exploited." That painful moment was his wake-up call. He realized that kindness without strategy is like leaving your doors wide open during a storm. Machiavelli, the strategist behind The Prince, understood this centuries ago. He wasn't teaching cruelty or deceit. He was revealing a timeless truth. Virtue without power is fragile. Being a good person isn't enough to survive in a world where people constantly test your limits. His philosophy wasn't about creating monsters, but preparing people to endure and thrive among them. You've probably felt this yourself, times when your kindness left you drained or invisible. It's not because you're weak, it's because no one ever taught you the other half of the equation: strategy. Pairing kindness with presence and strength is what earns respect. Without that, your softness can become a target. Here's the harsh reality. The problem isn't your kindness, it's that you haven't learned how to protect it. Not everyone plays by the same rules. The world is full of people who see generosity as a doorway to take advantage of you. If you don't build strong boundaries, you're walking through life unarmed. In just 30 seconds, I'll show you why combining kindness with power isn't just an option, it's the only way to survive and thrive. Because when you balance both, you're no longer just liked, you're respected, and no one dares to push you around. So now you know why pure kindness can leave you feeling drained, unappreciated, and even invisible. But what happens when you open your eyes to the reality of power? When you finally see how manipulators think and how to stop being their easy target? For now, pause and reflect. When was the last time someone mistook your kindness for weakness? Hold that thought, because in the next part, we'll uncover the reality of predators and power. And skipping it means missing the most critical truth about why the world treats you the way it does. 2. The reality of predators and power. What if I told you that the people who smile the most and shower you with compliments are often the very ones waiting for your guard to drop? Few realize this, but life isn't a fair playground. It's a subtle battlefield. Behind the polite words and friendly gestures, some see your kindness not as a strength, but as an open door to exploit. And the more you try to keep everyone happy, the more you invite others to test your limits. Matthew McConaughey once admitted in a candid interview that he believed being agreeable would protect him from conflict and earn him respect. He always said yes, avoided confrontations, and tried to keep the peace at all costs. But the result? He felt drained, used, and surrounded by people who valued what he could give, but not who he was. I realized I wasn't respected for my kindness. I was exploited because of it, he confessed. Maybe you've experienced something similar, sacrificing your energy and time only to feel invisible when you needed support the most. Machiavelli understood this brutal truth centuries ago. He never condemned kindness, but he warned that it must be paired with strength. Power isn't evil. It's a shield that protects your energy, your time, and your dignity. Without it, even the most genuine intentions lose their meaning, because there will always be those who take more than they give. Here's what most people miss. The world doesn't respect endless giving. It respects boundaries. It respects someone who knows how to hold their ground and doesn't flinch when challenged. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you stop waiting for validation from people who see you only as an opportunity. You stop being shocked when your kindness isn't reciprocated, and you start acting with clarity. Protecting your energy while commanding respect naturally. Think about it. When was the last time someone crossed a line and you stayed silent? What did it cost you? Your energy, your confidence, your self-respect? The truth is, silence without strategy can make you an easy target. Now you know, predators don't always appear as villains. They can look like friends, colleagues, even family. But what happens when you stop being overly agreeable and start setting firm boundaries? What changes when you stop seeking recognition and start projecting strength? Hold that thought, because in the next part, the cost of seeking approval will reveal the invisible trap that keeps you stuck in the cycle of being overlooked. Missing it could mean missing the key to earning real, lasting respect. If this resonates with you, share how you're feeling right now in the comments. Your words might become the reason someone else realizes they're not alone. 3. The cost of seeking approval. Have you ever wondered why some pieces on the chessboard hold all the power while others are sacrificed without a second thought? Life works the same way. If you spend all your time pleasing others and waiting for approval, you become the pawn that's easy to overlook and expendable in every game. Seeking approval isn't a path to respect. It's a slow surrender of your influence. Take Michael, a 32-year-old marketing manager who believed saying yes to everything would make him indispensable. He stayed late to cover extra shifts, fixed others' mistakes, and avoided confrontation at all costs. But instead of being valued, he became invisible. When promotion time came, his contributions weren't even recognized. I thought being good would make people value me, he admitted, but all it did was teach them I would tolerate anything. Maybe you've been Michael, thinking that constant compliance earns loyalty, only to realize it makes others take you for granted. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. He wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." This doesn't mean cruelty, it means setting firm boundaries. If you don't value your own time and energy enough to protect them, why should anyone else? People respect the rook and the knight because they command space and can change the game with one move. Kindness without strength, however, is like a pawn left undefended. It becomes bait for others to exploit. Here's the harsh truth. When your identity is built on the need for approval, people stop respecting you. They know you won't walk away. They know you'll bend. And that is exactly when you lose the respect you crave. But you don't have to discard your kindness to change this. You need to pair it with strategy. True kindness, backed by self-respect, is magnetic. It says, I choose to give, not because I have to, but because I decide to. Think about the last time you said yes when every part of you wanted to say no. Did it leave you feeling smaller or unseen? Now imagine how different life would be if your silence was replaced with quiet confidence, if your kindness was guarded by clear boundaries. Machiavelli's philosophy offers this way forward. Balance empathy with authority, and you'll stop begging for validation. You'll project your worth without having to explain it. People will respect you because you respect yourself. In the next part, we'll uncover the power of perception, the rule that explains why people respond less to who you are and more to how you present yourself. Skip it, and you'll miss the single most important move to command influence in every room you enter. 4. The power of perception. Have you ever walked into a room and felt like no one noticed you, even though you worked twice as hard as everyone else? In today's world, success isn't just about talent or effort, it's about perception. You can be the most capable person in the room, but if you don't project confidence and authority, it's as if your value is hidden behind a curtain. Picture this: a young Ryan Reynolds early in his career. He believed that pure talent and hard work would naturally bring recognition. He stayed late on set, perfected every scene, and avoided any form of self-promotion, thinking his work would speak for itself. But while he stayed quiet, others, less skilled but far more visible, took the spotlight. They weren't better, they simply knew how to control how others saw them. It was only when Reynolds learned to own his presence and craft his narrative that real opportunities started to open up. You've probably seen this too. Someone less talented passing others, not because of ability, but because they knew how to shape perception. Machiavelli understood this long before the concept of personal branding. He wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." That single line reveals a tough truth. Excellence means nothing if it's invisible. If you appear hesitant, people will assume you lack confidence. If you stay too quiet, they'll believe you have nothing to offer. Perception isn't a part of the game, it is the game. Think about it. How many times have you watched someone less qualified outshine you? Did it make you wonder why your efforts didn't get the same rewards? It's not because you weren't good enough. It's because influence isn't earned through effort alone. It's projected. Strategic presence means amplifying your strengths so they're impossible to ignore. This doesn't mean faking who you are. It means walking into a room with posture, eye contact, and a calm energy that says, "I belong here." It's about letting your presence speak before you do. If you don't shape this image, the world will shape it for you, and often to your disadvantage. So ask yourself, when was the last time you truly owned your space instead of hoping someone would notice you? Hold that thought, because in the next part, Mastering Your Image, I'll show you how to create an unshakable presence that commands respect before you say a word. Skipping it means missing the one principle that could completely change how people see you. If this video helped you see your life from a new perspective, share it with someone you care about. It could be the gentle reminder they need today to feel a little lighter. 5. Mastering your image. What do Elon Musk and Steve Jobs have in common? They were not afraid of being misunderstood or disliked. Their focus was never on pleasing everyone. It was on being effective, decisive, and respected. That's the hidden power most people miss. Authority doesn't come from seeking approval, but from projecting clarity and confidence. Take Elon Musk, for example. When he took over Twitter, now X, he made bold and controversial moves, mass layoffs, policy overhauls, and abrupt changes that left critics calling him ruthless. Yet Musk didn't flinch. He understood that leadership isn't about being liked, it's about creating results. Machiavelli would call this virtue, the boldness to do what is necessary, even if it's unpopular. Musk knows that respect is born from strength and decisive action, not from chasing validation. Ask yourself, would you dare make an unpopular decision if it meant achieving your bigger goal? Steve Jobs built Apple into a global powerhouse by living the same principle. Jobs was known for his relentless pursuit of excellence and his refusal to compromise. He wasn't afraid to push people beyond their limits, and though some called him harsh, his vision changed the world. Jobs once said, "Innovation is saying no to 1,000 things." Saying no wasn't cruelty, it was clarity and focus. Machiavelli would admire this ability to command respect through unwavering standards, even when it meant being misunderstood or criticized. Here's the reality. Confidence is a signal, and it tells the world how to treat you before you even say a word. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you appear uncertain or apologetic, you'll be overlooked. The leaders we admire project an energy that says, "I belong here," and people adjust their perception accordingly. Think back to a time when someone with fewer skills outshined you. Was it because they were better, or because they projected the confidence you held back? That's why mastering your image and presence isn't vanity. It's survival. Your posture, tone, and silence all communicate authority long before you speak. Stay with me, because in the next part, emotional control and strategic silence, you'll learn how to command respect without uttering a single word. Skip it, and you'll miss one of the strongest tools of influence you could ever use. 6. Emotional control and strategic silence. Have you ever noticed how the quietest person in the room often holds the most power? It's not because they have nothing to say. It's because they've mastered the art of silence. While others rush to fill every gap with words, they pause, measure their responses, and let their presence speak for them. This is the kind of authority that doesn't need to be announced. It's simply felt. Think of a leader you respect the most. They're rarely the ones who talk the most or scramble to prove their worth. They stay calm under pressure, choose their words carefully, and their stillness draws people in. Take Daniel, a 37-year-old project director. He used to over-explain during meetings, thinking his passion and enthusiasm would earn respect. Instead, his nervous energy made him appear uncertain and desperate to plead. Everything changed during a high-stakes negotiation when Daniel decided to hold back. He listened more than he spoke, paused before answering, and let his words fall like decisive moves on a chessboard. Suddenly, the entire room shifted. People leaned in, waiting for him to speak. That was the moment he realized real confidence comes from strategic silence, not constant talking. Everything we've explored, why unprotected kindness backfires, why strategic power matters, why fairness is an illusion, why perception defines your influence, and why mastering your image transforms how others see you, leads to this point. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. True power doesn't rush. It waits, observes, and strikes when the time is right. To master this principle, there are 3 steps you can apply immediately. First, embrace strategic silence. Pause before responding and let others feel the gravity of your presence. Second, set unshakable boundaries. Say no when needed, because those who respect themselves command respect from others. Third, control the narrative. Speak with deliberate calm, as if every word is the final word. When you practice these, people adjust to your energy, not the other way around. So now you see why endless chatter weakens authority. Think back to the last time you filled a silence out of fear. Did it make you look stronger, or did it signal that you were trying too hard? What if instead you let that silence work in your favor? Hold on to that thought, because in the conclusion, I'll show you how all 6 principles combine into one blueprint that will make you truly untouchable. If this video touched you, or if you think there's something I can do better, please leave a comment. Tell me what spoke to you and what could be clearer. Your feedback helps us create content that truly matters. Now you've uncovered all 6 principles, each one a piece of the puzzle that Machiavelli knew would separate the powerful from the forgotten. This is the moment where every scattered lesson comes together into a clear path forward. Let's quickly recap. You've mastered the illusion of pure kindness, understanding why kindness without boundaries leads to exploitation. You've seen the reality of predators and power, revealing that the world rewards strength, not blind agreement. You've broken free from the cost of seeking approval, reclaiming respect by saying no with confidence. You've unlocked the power of perception, realizing how much influence comes from the way you project yourself. You've learnt mastering your image, shaping presence that commands attention. And finally, you've embraced emotional control and strategic silence, the ultimate tool for unshakable authority. The problem was never that you were too kind. It was that no one taught you how to combine kindness with strength. Your worth has always been there. Now you can stop over-explaining or seeking approval and let your silence, presence, and clarity speak louder than words. Imagine 30 days from now, walking into any room with quiet confidence, no longer shrinking or hoping to be noticed. Conversations shift, people pay attention. Opportunities begin to find you because you carry the perfect balance of heart and strategy. If this message gave you the courage to stand tall, subscribe and share it with someone who needs this reminder. The next video will reveal a powerful strategy to gain respect without saying a word. Don't miss it. This is just the beginning of your transformation.